Hello and welcome to your 2019 yearly readings. These are general readings for you. Also listen to your rising sign and your moon sign for more detail on what these readings hold. I am also going to offer you a personalised reading, yearly reading, which is going to be much more specific to you. It allows you to progressively go through 2019, have an overview and have a look at the energies that are there for you month by month so that you can plan the year and utilize the energy, not work against the energy, but utilize it and understand why you're feeling in a particular way and how best to utilize the energy that is around you for that particular month as you progress through the year. If you would like to have a personalised reading, I'm going to be offering personalised readings for the month of December and January only. That will give you a specific reading for you and have a look at the specific energies that you're going to be working with in 2019 and what's in store for you. If you would like to have a personalised reading, you can follow the link to my website and you can book your reading from there for the month of December and January. So I hope that that will be helpful for you in your planning of the year. I wish you many blessings. Hello, my lovely Cancerians. Welcome to your 2019 yearly reading. Let's see what lies ahead for you. I've got a 12 card spread. One card represents each month of the year, and I'm going to look at the energy that you will be working with in that particular month, what to expect, how to best utilize the energy each month in planning your life, your projects, whatever you're wanting to put in place throughout the year. I am then also going to shuffle the deck and I'm going to choose another card. It's a different deck, another card to highlight or help explain each of the months. So you'll get another card for each of the months as well. So my lovely Cancerians, let's get started. January, let's hit the ground running with January 2019. And what you've got in January is the moon. And the moon, to me, denotes in January, there's going to be a lot of self-reflection. It's a water card, you know, it's emotions, it's very much where you feel at home. It's withdrawing into the self, analysing the self, looking deep within. You know, you've got here two dogs. You know, the wolf is very ferocious looking. The dog is very loving and concerned and sensitive. So two very different emotions here. And it's about balancing out your emotions, balancing out the conscious and subconscious self. This is delving into the subconscious. The moon really looks at things that are hidden, things that are deep. It deals with the subconscious, not the conscious. And it looks at emotions. It looks at where you're standing. So the energy that's around you in January is going to be very much one of self-reflection, one of self-analysis, one of looking at maybe reflecting back on 2018 and having a look at where that fits, how it's impacted on you, how you've grown, how you've changed, what you're wanting to bring in. So it's a planning sort of energy. It's really about spending time with the self, meditating, going within. And of course, the card that is accompanying that for January is the Chariot. And again, like the wolf and the dog, you've got two lions here, dark and light, conscious and subconscious self. So it's still delving beneath the surface. It's bringing controlling those two aspects of the self in order to move forward, understanding your shadow self as well as your conscious self, and how that impacts on the choices and decisions you've made, how that impacts on your life moving forward. And it's work that you're needing to do on yourself. Nobody can do this for you. You really need to get to a point where you want to look at these things. You want to see what role the past has played in taking you here to the present, how the way you're thinking and feeling and perceive things is reflected into your reality, into every day. So it's really about looking at those aspects. That's the sort of energy that you're going to have around you in January. Okay, so it's about really doing that work. I get a sense of that's going to be really important, that energy, because it lays the foundation. It lays the foundation for the rest of the year. Come February, and there's a little bit of mixed emotions here with February. Let me get that card up. It's the Five of Coins, and the Five of people look at that and go, oh my goodness, and it's really not that bad. It really is reflecting and showing how you're perceiving things, how you've been let down by institutions, by the church, by religious institutions, by institutions in general. Have they let you down? Are you seeing things in a way that it's a poor me sort of attitude, that you're feeling left out, that things haven't gone as you have wanted them to go? Is it, all these things that have been stirred in January are spilling over into February for you to have a look at? Or it's a sense of looking at what you've got. So being brought to a circumstance where you can feel sorry for yourself, or get up and really motivate yourself to be proactive, to create a different reality. So the work that you do, how I see that is that I get a sense of, and what they're telling me here is the work that you do in January is really going to stir some things in February, and it's going to impact on how you perceive things, what you're prepared to do. Are you going to be victim, or are you going to be proactive and change your circumstances? That's going to be the question for you in February. Which way are you going to turn? Which way are you going to tip? Understand that we are responsible for our reality and how we perceive things and how we react to certain situations. The card that I've got here for you is the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles, you see, so to me it tells me that you've got this sort of energy that certain things haven't gone the way you have wanted them to go, and I'm going back into 2018. But you pull yourself together and you turn things around. You do make things work for you. You do, in February, things start to turn around for you. The abundance, the success that you're wanting is going to be there. It's like opening up Pandora's box, and there's this treasure that you've found, this treasure that you found through the efforts of January and the soul searching you did in January. You've found this inner strength, this inner ability, in adversity, you become stronger, you become more productive, you pick yourself up. So there's that real turnaround energy in February. I really like that. And that leads you to March. And in March, you're really going to be looking at the pages planning. And I always see this as a checkerboard, and it's being strategic, planning your next move to checkmate, to be victorious, to win the game. Life's a game, and it's about what move are you prepared to make. It's nothing that you do in haste, but there are choices and decisions and moves that you're needing to make in March, but you think about it. You look at the page, she's got a very cunning sort of look in her eyes. She knows it, calculated. She knows exactly where she's going and what she's doing. And so it's working out what your passion is, and you do that in March. You work out your passion and what direction you want to move in, and you plan. March is about planning your next move, planning how you're going to make this work, planning this new project or job move or next change in your life, whatever it is for you. That fell out. Whatever it is for you, it's about planning that move. And you've got the Six of Pentacles. And in planning that move, in your planning, you're very successful with that. It is something that you're going to be very successful with. So don't rush the process. Use March to plan out your thoughts, plan out your direction, because you're going to feel very successful. You're going to feel very confident that that's going to work. The scales are going to be balanced. There's going to be finances coming in and improving with this new project, with this new planning that you've got, that you've got underway. In April, you have the Justice card, and you're all armoured up in April, and you're ready to go. You're ready to fight for what is right. You're ready to fight for the underdog. You're ready to fight for what you believe in. That's what justice is. It's about fighting for what you believe in, putting the armour on, being unbiased, and you're going to look at situations in an unbiased way, very practically, removing the emotion and looking at the facts. That's what's coming in for you in April, looking at the facts and ready to fight for what you believe in, making that work, making that happen. So I really like that. It's a really determined warrior sort of energy that's coming in April for you. And let's get a little bit of more information on that. Let's get some more information on April. Here we go. It's interesting. You can't see what I see. You'll find out in a moment. The Fool. So this is the Fool, and the Fool is about new beginnings. Going on this new beginning, new journey, new new projects, new opportunities that are coming up for you. That's the word I'm looking for new opportunities. The Fool is balancing everything, so you need to really, in March, where you're being very calculating and really thinking about your next move, and then in April you are ready to fight for what you believe in. That care that you take in March is going to serve you well, because you're teetering on the edge of a cliff here, and to move forward to these new beginnings. And so how well you've planned it, there's going to be that confidence in moving forward and opening up those new doorways. So that starts coming in April for you, these changes, these new opportunities, because you're ready to go. You're ready to fight for what you believe in as well. In May, this is what I thought was amusing. You've got the Fool again. So where you are considering in April to have this new beginning, and I'm going to fight for what I believe in, and I'm going to do this, well, by May you're well and truly on the way of moving forward, taking on these new opportunities, bringing in the change that you have worked towards, putting into place. You're going to really feel very restless by May, and by that I mean you're really ready to embrace change. You're really ready to move on to something new, to change your life in some way, to bring in some newness, some freshness, some new opportunities, changing your perspective on things. So there's going to be that need to bring in change. There's going to be that really restless energy for you in May. Let's have a look at what sort of energy is going to come in for you in May. It's really interesting. My lovely Cancerians. Very good for you. It's very, very good. Okay, so these new beginnings, these new opportunities that are coming up for you, it's about also being practical about what it is you are expecting. You'll have all these ideas, all these different things, all these goals that you want to reach, all these opportunities that you want to grab, all these new opportunities you want to put in place, this new way, of being, of earning an income, of living. Bring them all in, but make sure that your imagination's not running wild with you, and that you're making them realistic so that they can be achievable as well. Okay, so stay focused. This card also asks you to stay focused, stay clear in your mind, and focused on what it is you're wanting to achieve. Keep it real, because you run the risk of overreaching, and then that disappointment sets in, and it can turn into something that's not working for you. So be mindful of that. New beginnings in May, keep them real, and so that you can achieve those goals. Okay, in June, you're very, very, very much in touch. It's going to be quite a spiritual month. Your intuition is going to be really at its peak. It's going to be really strong. You've got the moon there again. You had the moon in January. The moon is about being in touch with your intuition, listening to your inner voice, listening to your inner guidance. That's going to be really strong. Dream life's going to be really strong. Communication with spirit's going to be really strong. So be aware of that. Be mindful of that. Take time out to meditate. Take time out to connect with your guides, connect with spirit, ask for help, ask for guidance. That's going to come through. The veil between the worlds for you is going to be quite thin in June. So it's a really good time for you to connect with your intuitive side, connect with your sixth sense, connect with your instinct, and listen to it. Listen to what's being said. Listen to how you're being guided, because it's going to set you up for the second half of the year. It's going to be the turning point. Let me get some more information on that for you. Okay, and that's really interesting because you've got that card. So June's really going to be a time where you need to take time out. You need to take time out. You need to go for walks along the beach, in a forest, in nature. Take time out for yourself. Meditate. Really regroup. Bring your energies in so that you can connect with your spiritual side. That's going to be that sort of quiet month of really connecting. Okay, really connecting. Take time out to do that. And you'll benefit from it in the second half of the year, which is where we're going next. So what I've got here is for July. We're up to July, and you have the Empress. And so after this time of reflection in June, of taking time out, going somewhere nice, having a bit of a break, really discovering the self and your intuition, it will lead you to July, and July is going to be quite a dynamic month. It's going to be a month of new projects, birth of a child. It's going to be productive. It's going to be an incredibly productive month for you. It's going to be giving birth to new ideas, birth to new projects, birth to new ways of living, birth to a new way of existing, a new way of working. Maybe not working 9 to 5, maybe working for yourself, creating your own work hours, working from home, changing it up. It's going to be about really, and that also brings in this self-contentment, this happiness, and it increases productivity as well and allows good things to flow to you. So that's going to be your month in July. It's going to be quite a good month with new things coming your way, new ideas that have filtered down to you in June, if you've taken the time out in June to really focus on that, because this also brings you confidence and strength to move forward. You're going to feel really confident about moving forward, really confident about putting your new ideas into place. For some of you, I want to say there's artwork or there's something that you want to exhibit or put out there or take on or start doing. Good time to do that, because it's going to be really, you're going to get the feedback, you're going to get the productivity. It's about being strong in your self-belief in July. You need to have a strong self-belief in July. Okay, come August, and you've got the Page of Swords, and again the page is about planning. It's not about taking action, it's about working out your plans, thinking about your projects, thinking about your plans. Get it down on paper, formulate it, get your 5-year plan, get your ideas down, understand your direction. It could be a new business that you're starting, it could be moving to a new job, moving house, simply working out what direction you want your life to go in. It's going to be different for all of you, but August is going to be a month of thinking about and planning new things. Get it down on paper, have clarity of thought, and really being clear about what you want. So it's a planning energy. It's a planning month in August. Okay, and let's have a look in what direction. Yeah, okay, you've got the 9 of Cups, and that's the wish card. You can take this in any direction that you want. So I've asked on, well, what direction are we planning this? And it's the 9 of Cups is the wish card. So don't be afraid. Whatever it is you are going to be planning, whatever it is you want to bring in, whatever it is what changes you want to bring about, don't be worried about those plans, because you've got the 9 of Cups, and that's the wish card. What is it that you want? Make sure by using the Page of Swords that you're very clear about what you want. You need clarity of thought. You need clarity of thought in August to create what you want. In September, you've got the Palace of Coins, and that's about a loving home environment, a secure home environment, a really grounded base, a secure base, a peaceful base. And you will be seeking that homeliness, that security, that calmness, coming into a bay after a storm, the calm after the storm, protection. You're going to really be craving that. You're going to be craving that sort of calmness and from the outside world, really doing things, that being surrounded by people that love you unconditionally, that are there to support you. That's going to be really beneficial for you. That's what you're going to feel like. You're going to feel like staying at home and being supported, because it's also, you've also got this sense of these new beginnings, these new projects, this new driving force in you, and you just need to withdraw and get the support of people around you in order to embrace this change that's coming, which is also coming in September. New projects. There's a lot of planning, a lot of change. And for some of you it's going to be huge, and for some of you it's just going to be it's very subtle changes that are coming in, that changes that you've always wanted. Let's renovate a room, let's it can be that, let's landscape a garden, let's plan a holiday, let's relocate. It's going to be different for all of you, but there's change coming in. By October, you're sitting on top of the world. Things are really going your way. Whatever, things are just going to fall into place for you. Things are just going to work. There's not going to be any obstacles standing between you and what it is you want to do in October. Things are going to flow very smoothly, very balanced. You're going to feel really energized and good about the flow of things in October. That's what I want to say to you. There's going to be a real flow in things in October, which is really, it's a good time to implement plans, projects, changes. Things will just fall into place for you. Lady Luck is going to be by your side. Oh, goodness me, you've got some great cards. And then you've got the Ten of Cups. So it's happiness. It's happiness. It's family. It's being at home. It's being loved. It's everything that you dreamt about as a child that would be. It's all going to start falling into place. It's all going to be there. Really nice month, October. You're going to be feeling really good about where you are and how things are evolving for you, which is absolutely fantastic. Then you've got the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands is about completion of an old project, moving on to a new one. You know, the Ten of Wands is the completion of that cycle. So there's a completion of an old job or an old way of doing things, or something that you've finished up. So you've processed it this year, and there's things that you're finishing up so that new things can come in. So there's going to be a month of November's going to be a month of completions. It's a month of completions to allow your new projects to really take hold. So for some of you, I want to say, where you've been balancing two jobs, two situations, as you've been making a transition, by November it's time to make that complete transition and let the old go, let the old move on. Interesting. We've come around full circle. You've got the moon here. This is a different deck, but you've got the moon again. So that with this completion of the old you, can be old behaviors, old ways of doing things, old way of relating to people, old job, old projects. They're finishing to allow the new in. So when that's completing, you're also going to have another time of some time through November for self-reflection, like in January. There's self-reflection, going beneath the surface, really looking at the subconscious, really working out what you're wanting, where you're wanting to go, why you're making the choices and decisions you're making. Looking at things in a different light. Reading between the lines, really working out the direction that you're wanting to go in. That's going to be happening for you in November. In December, you've got the King of Cups. Well, the King of Cups, male, that can be male or female, but it's very much your sign, isn't it? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But I get a sense of this is you, and you are really in a place of quiet strength, emotional, quiet strength. Knowing where you want to head, knowing what you want to do, knowing what you want to bring into your life, what you're going to release because it no longer serves you. You're going to feel very confident, very in control by December, and really good about where you are at on an emotional level, feeling quite content. Oh, that flew out. This flew out at me. No wonder you're feeling content. This is heralding new beginnings, new abundance. And abundance is happiness, health. As I've said, happiness, health, material gain, love. It's all aspects of abundance. What is that to you? Because that's what you're going to create in your reality. It's really being in tune with your emotions, content with where you are on an emotional level, which then also opens the gateway for these new beginnings in abundance. So it's interesting because this is very grounding, this is very emotional. So you seem to marry those two really well in December, which then leads on to 2020 for you. These last 3 months, always prepare that's the groundwork for how 2020 is going to pan out. But that you're going to be feeling really good about yourself in December. So there's your year 2019. It is a general reading. If you'd like to have a personal yearly reading, you can follow the link below to my website, and I will be offering yearly readings, personal yearly readings for the month of December and January only. So if that's what you are wanting to do, please book early so you don't miss out on that yearly reading that's going to be specific to you. This is a good review of the energy that you'll be working with, so you can think about what projects you want and how to plan those out. Also explains the energies of each month and how it prepares you for the next month. So I hope that's been useful for you. Many, many blessings, my Cancerians. Happy 2019.